Hello, Mina. Hi, how are you?
I'm excellent.
I'm so happy, so excited to have you here at Stories by Lucy. I would like to start by saying thank you for accepting the invitation for this interview made by me. And I'm also very, very, very happy, especially because you, Mina, you are the first Portuguese illustrator and on this Stories by Lucy. Thank you so much.
Olá,
Very
Portugal.
happy. Olá, Portugal. And by the way, I would like to say to everyone that is watching us at the moment that we are going to do another version in Portuguese just for you, okay? Stay tuned. Portuguese version is in another video, all right? So as you told me before, Mina, you work mainly as an illustrator, and you have helped the writer from the book that we are going to read today, Ivanka Zergilova. To be honest, I love the illustrations. They are brilliant. They are amazing. And look at that. We have one version in Portuguese and another one in English. Yes, we have the two versions.
We also have Bulgarian version because I was born in Bulgaria.
Wow, so cool. So this book is called The Fairy and the Butterfly.
Yeah.
And I have a surprise for you, followers. So this time it's not going to be me who is going to do the reading in English. It's going to be Mina.
Okay.
Right. It's time for our bedtime story. I hope you are sitting comfortable. The Fairy and the Book. Enjoy.
Once upon a time there lived a fairy. She was not like other fairies because she had no wings and no talent for magic. All other fairies felt sorry for her, and she felt sorry for herself too. She had eternal life, but she believed she had none of the things that made it worthwhile. How would she spend her days? To make herself feel better, just for a moment, she ate all the tasty things she could find. This made her heavy and even more unwilling to go, play, and explore. One sunny day, when all the other fairies were flitting through the air, our fairy was lost in her gloomy thoughts. Then she saw a caterpillar. The caterpillar was quite ordinary, but there was one thing that made her different. She had a wide smile on her face. This annoyed the fairy. She couldn't help herself but ask, "What are you so happy for? Look at you! Like me, you have no wings. Humbly you crawl on this earth." The caterpillar smiled wider and answered, "My mother said I am the most beautiful creature in the world, and one day I will fly high." "Oh, silly bug, you can't grow wings. Wake up," laughed the fairy, and added, "I'm so tired of ambitious mothers." Then she headed to the nearest snack bar and ordered a pile of French fries, double chocolate milkshake, and half a fruit cake. Yummy food was the only joy for her. Few days later, the fairy saw the caterpillar again. This time the pitiful thing was hanging helplessly on a twig, wrapped in a silk thread. The fairy said, "I am sorry. What an awful ending to your short life. But you were so happy. Me, I will live forever and always feel sad. The fairy made her way to the snack bar again to try to cheer up. One morning, the fairy just had finished her lonely breakfast of 10 pancakes and 3 milkshakes when someone tapped her on her shoulder. She almost choked when she turned to find the most beautiful butterfly in the world standing behind her. Ah, hello, said the butterfly. She had a big smile and gorgeous, colorful wings. Do I know you? Said the fairy. Yes, said the butterfly. We spoke before I changed. You know, my mother was right. I can fly high. The fairy recognized the wide, annoying smile. I thought you were dead, she said. How is this possible? How did you change so much? I am still me. I just needed enough time in my cocoon to grow and discover who I really am, the butterfly said. Come on, let's fly together. The butterfly picked up the fairy and they flew. They traveled over field and forest, sea and sand. The fairy saw the world from above for the first time. It's so different, she exclaimed. It's the same, only we are high above, laughed the butterfly. The fairy smiled and felt light and happy. Suddenly, it felt boring to eat and complain all day. The fairy was so busy flying and exploring that she forgot to feel sorry for herself. The world was so beautiful from above. It came the time for the butterfly to say goodbye. Butterflies have a short life, and it was her time to go. She smiled and carefully removed her wings. Goodbye, fairy. My life is coming to an end, but it was full of happiness. It was great to fly beside you. Now I want you to have my wings and be the real you for eternity. The fairy embraced the butterfly one last time. She would never forget her amazing friend and all she had taught her. The fairy became joyful and thankful and had the most beautiful wings in the whole world. She still had no talent with magic, but once in a while another little fairy with no wings and no magic is born. That's a fairy who needs a friend. And our fairy is always ready to show them the world from above. The end.
Wow, that was beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Wonderful, wonderful. I love it. It has a beautiful message, and of course, illustration are really a masterpiece. You are so talented. Tell me something. How long or where did you learn to illustrate? Do you have any degrees? What kind of advice can you give to anyone that would like to have to carry on with illustration career?
Of course. Well, in my case, since I was a little child, I was crazy about drawing. My mother was a painter, and my grandfather was really good with creating stuff. So I think this is really something that goes in the family. Since child, this is my favorite thing, to draw. And I always knew I want to be a fine artist, like I want to paint. And I went to art school. I have a degree in fine arts. And when I finished faculty, I was like, I want a way that I can reach to as many people as I can, you know? So I thought books were the way for me, and illustration. And that's why right now I'm making children's books, but I will not only make children's books, I'll be making books, illustrated books for many different ages in the future. Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit more about this author? Her name is Ivanka Sergilova. Are you friends or something?
Yes, we are in the same family. She's my cousin.
Oh, all right. Oh,
Yes.
okay, that's good.
Really talented. Like I was saying, like in my family, there's a lot of artists. Some are more in the writing field, others more in visual arts. And I love her work. And yeah, I picked her story to be the story of the first book that I published, because I created my brand, which is called Ribi Ribi, and I will be publishing my books through that brand.
All right. So you are planning to write your own books in the future, or are you starting already?
Yeah, the next book
Maybe start
I will
already.
be writing them, because I have so many ideas. Right now, I'm like, I have finished writing my next book, which will be about plastics, a journey of a hero in the dealing with the problems, environmental problems that we are living nowadays. And the other books, I won't reveal so much about them, but I have 2 more books that are in writing process. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. I love the idea of writing a book about plastic, actually, because we are living at the moment with this big, huge problem. So yes, it's good to have someone that
Yeah, I am
can,
vegan, by the way, and yeah, I really am interested in getting to know people that are into this subject. So if you're into this, contact me. I would love to hear about other projects related to this subject.
that's really nice. I'm also aware that you are illustrating, right? You are illustrator. You are a writer, and you are a mom.
Yeah.
And you have so many things I see, and he's an artist as well. And you have so many things to do. How can you handle it?
I'm sorry.
Do you have any? It's fine.
Show you a little picture of my son.
It's beautiful, beautiful. So tell me something. Do you have any advice for all the moms in the world that have also dreams just like you and me?
Yeah, this is a big challenge when you're ambitious and have big, like, big plans for your career and big ideas, and still you want to build a family and be a mom. It's really hard to manage everything. I would say like the first 3 years are really tough. You gotta handle it, and after like the child is a little bit older and more independent, you'll see like you'll find time again to write and create, and it's totally manageable. So don't be afraid, just follow your dreams.
All right, thank you. Last question. Do you have any author or any book that you would like to be read at Stories by Lucy?
Okay, I really love an author that I discovered on the Facebook groups. She's like one of my favorites right now. Can I show a book by her, just the cover, so I let you
Of
know?
course, yes. We would love to see it.
Yeah, she's called Jessica Laurel Kane, and
Oh.
this is the Book of Hearts by her. I have reviewed and have read on my YouTube channel many of her stories. I think she's just fantastic. Like, she's really talented. She writes, she illustrates, and definitely a huge talent. And everybody should be like watching out for her.
So if I want to follow you on the YouTube, which one? How should I search for you?
Yeah, if you write Hibi Studio on YouTube, you will find me. I make videos every Tuesday. I interview authors and do reviews of books, even tutorials on publishing. So you can check me out there.
Very good. Thank you so much. I will leave the link for the YouTube then on the comments as well. So, all right. Thank you so much for the reading. It was a pleasure. And I'm very happy, especially because you are Portuguese, and I'm very proud Portuguese as well. So, hola, hola a todos. So, it's time for you to dream with butterflies, dear fellow followers, and to go to bed. Sleep tight. I love you all. Mwah! Bye.
Bye-bye.